invited a tremendous amount of cultural icons and world leaders, the people who have the courage to change the world and turn dreams into reality. So today is no different. Today is no different from our everyday. As we welcome Time's Person of the Year to ring our opening bell. But before we have that iconic moment, I want to turn the microphone over to my friend, Time's CEO, Jess Sibley, who celebrates freedom of speech every day in its purest form, the written word. Thank you.
Good morning, and I am honored to be here as the CEO of Time. It is incredible to be at the New York Stock Exchange to welcome and recognize today's announcement, the 2024 Time Person of the Year. Since 1927, Time's editors have selected the Person of the Year, the individual who had the greatest impact on the headlines of the past year. President Trump, this year, Time's editors recognized you again as the 2024 Person of the Year for remaking American politics, and in doing so, reordering the world as we know it. We are honored to have you here with us today. I am grateful. I am grateful to the Intercontinental Exchange and New York Stock Exchange leadership team, Jeff Sprecher and Lynn Martin, who are so great to host us and have been so great to me personally, and for recognizing Time and Time's journalism during one of the most significant moments of our year. And of course, I have to thank co-owners, co-chairs, Mark and Lynn Benioff, for supporting us and for allowing us to do what we do every day at Time. Thank you, Mark and Lynn, personally from all of us at Time. Person of the Year is a monumental effort and collaboration across every part of Time. Thank you to the team members who contributed to creating and sharing this important work. I'd especially like to thank our editor-in-chief, Sam Jacobs, and the entire editorial team for their exceptional storytelling and journalism throughout the year. That continues to uphold Time's legacy as one of the most trusted media in the world today. Thank you all for being here. I'd now like to take a moment to welcome the founder, chair, and CEO of ICE, Jeff Sprecher.
Well, thank you all for being here in this iconic room. This is the original boardroom of the New York Stock Exchange. And part of the history of the New York Stock Exchange is our neighbor at 26 Wall Street that is called Federal Hall. Many people don't remember that Federal Hall was actually our first Capitol, and it's the location where our very first president was inaugurated, and where after George Washington was inaugurated, he seated a cabinet and Congress that began working on the Bill of Rights. In front of that building was a large tree called the buttonwood tree, which RFK would tell us today we call a sycamore. And underneath that tree were some picnic tables, and a group of financiers got together and began to raise the capital for the businesses that would be built under this new federal republic, the free markets that were being represented by the Bill of Rights. And so what grew up there was eventually an agreement called the Buttonwood Agreement that created the New York Stock Exchange. So it's pretty iconic today. What would it be, 46 presidents following that act. that we're here today to celebrate and open the world's largest capital markets. I have the honor of presenting the President-elect with this bronze statue of Bull and Bear, which represents our markets, which I can tell you, since his election, have reached an all-time high. And many, many people in this building love this man as a result. And so anyway, in addition to, and well-deserved to be Person of the Year, he's brought a lot of enthusiasm. He's brought many of his cabinet and government nominees with him here today. And so as I introduce him, the President has asked if those of you who are going to serve in his administration would join us on the stage and stand behind him while he makes some remarks. But with that, let me call to the stage the 45th President of the United States, the 47th President-elect, and the Person of the Year from Time, Donald J. Trump.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much. This is an honor, a tremendous honor. I brought some of our compatriots along with us. They're going to do a beautiful job for you for the next 4 years. And it's really been something very special. And I have to say, Time Magazine getting this honor for the second time, I think I like it better this time, actually. But we did a good job. We had a great first term, despite a lot of turmoil caused unnecessarily. But the media's tamed down a little bit. They're liking us much better now, I think. If they don't, we'll have to just take them on again, and we don't want to do that. But I do want to thank Time Magazine. I've been on the cover many times. I don't know who has the record, but I can only probably talk well about 25% of the covers. 25% are great. The others I just sort of hide. But it's been an honor, and every time it's an honor, I will tell you. And thank you very much for doing it. And thank the whole group at Time. Really very professional people. Thank you very much. And to Jeff and all of the people from the New York Stock Exchange. He knows how much I like it because Many years ago, I bought a building across the street. I wasn't going to buy it. Then I said, you know, it's right next to the New York Stock Exchange. I'm going to buy it. We've had great success. 40 Wall Street, we've had tremendous success with it. But you've really had success with the New York Stock Exchange. It's an incredible group of people. And Jeff, you have done an incredible job, you and your group, and what a beautiful speech you made. Thank you very much. That was some introduction of all of us. But we've gone up since the election. I was just told by Scott, everybody said, you have to pick Scott Bessent. He has to be the one chosen for Treasury. Where is Scott? Let's see. He's around here someplace. He's around here. He told me we picked up $3 trillion since the election day. And I said, well, that's good, but what about before the election day? He said, we picked up some money there because they thought you were going to win. I said, I like this guy. He's going to be my Treasury Secretary. But it's true. I think we're going to have a tremendous run. We have to straighten out some problems, some big problems in the world. When we left, we didn't have any of these problems. We didn't have Russia with Ukraine. We didn't have Israel October 7th. We didn't have the Afghanistan disaster. We didn't have inflation. We had no inflation. And we had a very strong economy. And we're going to do that again, but I think we're going to even up it because now we have experience that we didn't have. Now I know everybody. You know, when I first came in, we came down, Melania and I, a great First Lady, who's very popular, by the way. She rang in. She rang in the bell. She rang in the bell. But we came down and we're driving down Pennsylvania Avenue, and it was so beautiful. I said, you know, I've never done this before. I didn't know anybody. I got to the Oval Office, and I'm picking all these big positions, and I didn't really know the people in Washington, but boy, did I get to learn fast. And now we do, and I think we have an incredible staff behind me and others that aren't here. And we're going to do a fantastic job. We're going to create the incentive theory again. In fact, I just announced yesterday, I didn't announce it for this reason, but anybody investing $1 billion or more gets a very expedited approval process because, you know, the approvals, when people come into the country, it takes them, in many cases, 14, 15, 16 years to get the approval. We have Lee is around here someplace. He's in charge of the environment, and that's Lee Zeldin, who ran an incredible race for governor in New York, was